In a world where strength, speed, power define the game, rugby is more than just a sport. Here in my hometown Warrington, for some, it's a way of life. Behind me stands the home stadium of the Warrington Wolves club, a club steeped in passion, pride and history. Of course we're all familiar with the running game, a sport that's been thriving for over 200 years, but did you know that there was another version of rugby league, one that's not played on a field or with your legs? I'm talking about wheelchair rugby. Warrington Wolves Wheelchair Rugby League player Bradley Gleave is entering his third year at the club. Already being crowned the UK's strongest man with cerebral palsy, he is still continuing to break barriers in the sport of wheelchair rugby.
At lockdown, I got a message off one of the previous team players who said, do you want to try wheelchair rugby? And I said, yeah. He ended up messaging me when obviously lockdown had all finished, and ended up coming back. Actually played years ago when I was like 15, 16, come away from the sport. And yeah, just had one session and I was pretty much hooked. It's nice to play with people in similar situations to yourself, and but not just that, but obviously because it's the most obviously adaptive sport, inclusive sport. It's nice to know that, you know, whether you're able-bodied or disabled, once you're in a chair, it just breaks down that whole social barrier, so we're all equal in the same way, which is really nice.
Warrington Wolves are a historic club that lie in the heart of Warrington Town. The Warrington Wolves Foundation, the charitable arm of the club, is also the life and soul of the wheelchair team. Warrington Wolves Wheelchair Rugby League captain, Paul Prince, is just one of the many lives that have changed due to the foundation. Paul was dealt with a life-holding injury when he contracted sepsis on his right leg, forcing it to be amputated, but now the player is driving his team into the next rugby league season.
This will be my fourth or fifth season now. Yeah.
How's the 4 or 5 years been so far?
I mean, I love playing for it. I'd give my left leg to play for it, and so I've loved it. I don't think I couldn't play for another team and all that. I couldn't put another jersey on. It's changed me as well. I don't go out as much and be a fool. Maybe it has done me a bit of good, really. When I was given the captaincy, I think that made, like I say, made me knuckle down and start thinking about actually what I'm doing. Because at first when I started playing, I didn't think I was going to get to captain within 4 years. So I was made up to be captain. So yeah, I love it.
In the year 2000, wheelchair rugby was created. The sport was developed for players with a range of disabilities, genders and ages, creating one of the most inclusive sports in the world. In 2005, the game first came to the UK, and since then, the sport has grown rapidly, with now almost every Super League rugby side having their own wheelchair team. Now, the sport is the most popular and widely spread it's ever been.
I mean, it's changed massively. I think certainly from when I started, say till up to when maybe the World Cup in England was announced, it was very much, local leisure centre, tiny pitches, 2 men and a dog watching it, or just friends and family of players. So yeah, I think we always, everybody within the sport knew what the sport could be, because even though at the time there wasn't that many people watching it, there weren't many eyes on the sport. The product, what was on the pitch, was still really, really good. It was still really, really watchable. So it was just a case of getting more eyes on it. From a sort of match official point of view, you're looking at delaying of taking the tags, if there's any contact with a marker, if there's any hands in or anything like that. So in some ways it is quite similar, even though it is in chairs. It's the same thing as the running game.
You're going to take on Nash, one more set, then we're going to change it up. There we go, make that contact, make that impact. 1. So as a coach, it's for full 360 thing, so we can analyse what they do in a game. But it's also down to them to turn around and go, actually, no, we don't agree. We saw this. Because it's kind of different to running game. Running game, we're kind of all at roughly the same height, whereas wheelchair, you've got that height difference. So they may see something we don't. We can see something they don't in terms of play, in terms of anything along them lines. So it's for them to tell us what they saw and for us to say to them. So it gives them the chance to feed back to us more than anything. You can have, within a game, you can get any type of mechanical problem. So burst tyres, so bursting the tubes, even the chair's fault, even something breaking on a chair like a lap belt, foot plate, anything along the lines. Having the best equipment means you can get the best out of the players. So we can prepare them to go into a game, we can give them all the skills they need. If the equipment isn't working, you're kind of limited to what you're going to get out on the pitch. Right, so from that, what can you take from it?
Looking up.
What else? Say again?
Decision making?
Completely. Everything you've done through there is the basics of rugby. Yeah? Just because you can't tackle him, you can stop him. So everything there is a basic of wheelchair rugby.
Wheelchair Rugby League continues to impact the lives of many for the greater good. This truly is a sport anyone can play.